Are you looking for podcasts about a stranger disappointment?
Well, then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Oh! Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
How are you today?
Lovely. How are you?
I am in a weird place.
Hmm.
You know what? I will fill you more in about it when we get to one of those topics later.
Okay.
I am just like on the precipice of spending too much money. How's that?
Oh, no. Okay.
For
Yeah.
no reason. Maybe to fill the void in my soul. Who knows? But I just have this itch to like cram plastic items into that pit in my soul.
Oh my
and I'm
God.
like, do I need these things?
There's
Not
websites
really.
devoted to videos about that kind of stuff that you can watch.
Actually, tell me not to buy these because I don't need
Oh
them.
my God. Okay.
One of them you might say yes, though.
Shit.
So PlayStation's doing a sale right now.
Uh-huh.
It's their summer sale. I've already partaken some because they did Resident Evil 7 in there, and now I have that complete collection. It was half off. Good for me.
Nice.
Then they go, well, you know what? In these last few weeks, let's add, like, real games in there.
Okay.
So they just added Horizon Forbidden West. It's the first
Oh,
sale
man.
it's ever been on.
Shit.
Is it a great sale? No. Not at all.
Okay.
It's like 20%. It makes it $50 instead of 70.
Nah.
It's not a great one, but like, fuck, it's on sale. And I could have the prettiest game on the PS5.
Yeah, but it's not half off.
I know. And then Gran Turismo 7 is on there. And like the other day, my mind was already made up. I was spending $100
Oh my God.
and getting these two games.
No.
And then I was like, do I really need that?
You don't.
No. So I didn't.
Okay. Proud of
And
you.
I feel fine, but
Okay. Well, thank you for not spending that money.
I didn't.
Hey, I went to the movies this weekend.
Awesome. What'd you see?
A really super cool, good. I'm lying. It was okay. It was Elvis.
I mean, I warned you.
I know.
But it wasn't
I-
for you, right?
It wasn't, but I'm struggling to figure out who this movie was for. Like, it wasn't a bad movie by any means. The production value was good. The acting was great. The script writing was nice. It was just like, I didn't need the story.
I mean, okay, so I haven't seen it, but here's what I'm understanding.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically to tell you how shitty his career was because of his manager dude.
Yeah. Like, that's the whole story.
Yeah, but I don't think a lot of people know that.
I didn't. I'm surprised. Like, I guess, I walked away from it knowing something new. I have, like, Elvis facts, but...
I mean, of course, I am, like, intimately familiar with that because my dad is, like, the world's largest Elvis fan. So, like, I know about... I can't think of his name now. What do they call his manager? He was, like...
Tom Hanks? I don't know. Oh, the Snowman.
The Snowman?
Yeah, they called him the Snowman.
He calls him something else, like the chief or something weird. I don't know, but that guy, like, I'm all too familiar because all my life I have always heard the complaints of, like, he ruined Elvis, he killed Elvis, it's all his fault. Elvis didn't want to make this stuff. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, it was interesting. I'll give it that. It was educational.
I think
it was
it's
just
kinda
sad.
like- You still haven't seen Rocket Man, right?
I haven't. I'd like to.
I think it's kind of in that vein because, like, most of the time we get Bohemian Rhapsody. It's like, let's celebrate the music of these people, right?
Yeah, I mean,
And
Bohemian
then
Rhapsody
there's
still
Rocket
had,
Man.
like, a lot of good stuff about Freddie's career and life and stuff that was just things you didn't get to see.
But it was mostly like, let's see more of like the good stuff and like let's end with one of their best concerts.
Yeah.
And then Rocket Man was, oh, let's focus on what everybody doesn't know, which is the drug addiction and all the horrible things that his business dealings went, because we
Yeah.
already know the good music. So the movie's in no way a celebration of his music. It's a testament to what he went through in life.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that's the point of this almost. It's like,
Yeah, basically.
you know Elvis, you know the songs.
You know that hound dog.
Let's feel the heartbreak.
Yeah.
Hotel. Ha! Slipped it in there.
It was. I'm still struggling to like come up with an adjective to describe this movie accurately. I don't know, man. I thought it was fun to learn about Elvis. Like, I didn't know that he was so revered for how he treated black people, which was like he treated him really well, like, which was different for that time, I guess, because you know he grew up in a shit time for human rights and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, he like took a lot of influences from black culture and was really into that music scene. And
he
everyone
even
was
did gospel shit, right?
yeah, like that's kind of where he came up. It's his gospel. So
Yeah.
he used that influence throughout his career. And I was like, oh, interesting. I never really made that correlation, but it makes sense. And people at the time hated him because they were like, Elvis is a white boy with black hips. They just hated him for it. So,
God, I know.
but yeah, if you haven't seen Elvis and you aren't like a diehard, hardcore, super Elvis fan, I wouldn't.
See,
It was very, very long. It was an hour longer than it needed to be.
how long is that movie?
It's like 220. It's very long.
Ugh. Is it
Yeah.
really?
Halfway through, I was like, they got to wrap this up. I was getting tired.
It is. Oh, come on. Oh my God, it's 240. Jesus.
Is it really? Christ,
fucking
man.
Christ, dude.
Yeah, I won't see another movie that long.
That's a long. I mean, I would if it was happy.
Yeah,
or
if it was a good movie. It wasn't even a celebration of his music. Yeah, it was. I was expecting more music, I guess. I don't know.
See, and my mom and dad like are big Elvis people, and that's kind of what they wanted as well, because you and I saw the trailers at Batman when we went.
Yeah.
And even then, you went, I want to see that bad. Like, you were
Yeah,
excited.
it looked so good. The trailer was amazing. It was like, look at this, the life and times of Elvis.
I guess they didn't want to paint like, oh, you're going to leave this and feel like shit.
Yeah.
Because none of the trailers give you that vibe.
No. And I didn't know he died so fucking young. He was like 42 when he died.
Yeah, dude.
And he had like a child bride. He started dating his wife, Priscilla, when she was like 14. I was like, that's disgusting.
I mean, it was the times, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
And isn't that weird? That was the times, and it was only like 50 years ago?
Yeah.
60
not great.
years ago? Yeah.
Bad shit.
I want to see it for one reason. So tell me how this was in it then.
Okay.
How good of an Elvis is he? Like, are you like, dude, that guy's like Elvis?
I thought he was a pretty good Elvis. I don't have like a frame of reference for like, you know, I'm not a huge Elvis fan, but I thought
Okay.
that he was a good facsimile of an Elvis.
Okay. Because I feel like there's just those few people that you're just never able to capture them. You know,
Yeah.
like, you can't do it.
He did the voice really well.
Okay.
I don't know if he did the singing for the movie. I would be curious to Google that,
Yeah.
actually. 'Cause
The one
singing
thing that I
was very
wish I
good.
could do from Elvis, I wish I could do like the lip curl thing.
Yeah, that lip,
I can't do that.
I can't either.
Yeah, I can't do it.
What's this kid's name? Elvis actor.
Austin Butler?
Austin Butler. He's so cute.
Didn't you know him? Because you were all like, Austin Butler! Like, you knew him, right?
No, I was excited for the director, Baz Luhrmann.
Oh yeah, because he did, your
Moulin
other movie.
Rouge.
Yeah.
Wow, he did sing.
Cool.
So, okay, weird. So he sang and then they blended in like bits of real Elvis.
Okay.
But the way he danced and shit, like it was very, very Elvis.
Okay.
He did a pretty good job, I think.
So basically you're saying we just deep fake everything now.
I guess, man.
I mean, that's what they did with Remy Malek in Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, he did some of it, and then there was another guy that sounds
my
like him
God.
that they mixed in as well.
I'm just realizing where I know this dude from. Okay, not Austin Butler, but a dude who plays one of his many, I don't know, financial advisors or something.
Is it the guy that I just saw his face from A Stranger Disappointment?
Yes, it's Mr. Billy.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Billy in Stranger Things. The whole time I was watching that, I was like, I know this dude, but I don't know where from. Just picture him in a fucking mullet and a cheesy mustache.
Was he a douchebag?
No.
Interesting. Because, you know, like, he plays that really good, so I'm like, I can't picture
Yeah.
you being nice to somebody.
I mean, he wasn't nice. He was just kind of sleazy Hollywood, I guess, which fits him.
How do you say his name?
Dacre. I don't know. He's Australian, so it wouldn't be French.
Ah, okay.
Dacre. Dacre.
Dacre.
Dacre. Montgomery.
Son of a bit. Okay, you know what? I can't throw shit at you, man.
What?
Well, I'm looking at his movies, and I was like, he's not in fucking Power Rangers. He's the main fucking guy in Power Rangers. Like, it hit me like a fucking train as soon as I thought about the movie and him. Yeah, he's the Red Power Ranger from the 2017 one, and I've seen that fucking movie.
I have not seen that movie.
The fuck is wrong? Like, okay, so he has one of those faces that you just don't realize where he is. He just shows up in your shit, and you're like, what?
I spent the whole movie so distracted. I was like, where do I know this guy?
Yeah, he's totally that. Okay.
Huh.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
That is fascinating. And just because I pulled up Power Rangers and I saw this guy's name, can I tell you this real quick?
Yes.
There's a perfect actor on this planet that I don't know if people give him the credit that he deserves.
Okay.
Bryan Cranston, man.
Oh, God, I love Bryan Cranston.
My dad was watching a movie over the weekend, and I was like, I don't want to watch this movie. And he was already like way into it. Like, I don't want to come into the middle of a movie. Oh, Bryan Cranston's in it? I'm gonna fucking watch this. And it was good.
What movie was it? Trumbo?
No, it was.
I wanted to see Trumbo.
It's called like Maude and Harold do something.
Okay. White
Give me a
Castle?
second. Something like that. It was a true story about Jerry and Marge go large.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to see that too. That looked good.
Okay, it's
That's
fucking
recent, right?
super good.
Is it? Okay.
Yes. Like, I don't give a shit about the story. Just watching him, I totally buy that he's this Michigan old man. Like, he sells everything so completely. I hate him as a human, and I want to love him forever. Yeah, so this is a movie that released in June on Paramount Plus.
Okay. I didn't know it was streaming. Sweet.
Yeah, it just was on Paramount Plus. Like, it's a
shit.
streaming-only release.
Okay.
It was phenomenal. And not phenomenal because, like, the movie was that good. He totally took me to a place.
He can carry a performance,
Just by being this. Why is he so fucking good?
He's just good. How old is he? I want
Okay.
to treasure him forever.
He is... Because I already got him pulled up. He is 66.
Good. We got time with Bryan Cranston.
Oh, yeah, we got it. Like, what a totally slept-on human.
Honestly.
That, like, he was just known for Malcolm in the Middle's dad.
Yeah.
Right?
Old Hal.
And then he fucking explodes with Breaking Bad, and then he's just banger after banger of a role since then.
They really took a chance on him for Breaking Bad. Like, he's known for the goofy sitcom dad, and you're going to make him do this?
I mean, I have said infinite times discussing that show, I could not get into it because I was like, that's fucking Hal, dude. I'm not going to be able to like this show. And then episode 3 happens with the plate, and I said that is a new person for me. That is fucking Walt right there.
That's Walter White.
It immediately shifted, and I have never been able. I can't even see him as Hal. I see him. I think I brought up in a show long ago. There's some actors that lose their role and they become themselves.
Yeah.
This is Bryan Cranston for me.
Yeah.
And I just get taken on a ride with him wherever he goes.
He's amazing.
You know? I fucking love him. I just happened to see that, and I saw his face, and I had to tell you how great he is again. Bryan Cranston, if you hear this, come talk to us about how awesome you are on this fucking show.
Bryan Cranston, if you hear this, where did you... Why? How?
Like, why did it take so long for people to realize how good you are?
Yeah.
Or did you just one day be like, you know what? I want to delve into not the comedy thing and found out you had this secret talent you didn't know about all this time. That's like the opposite of, what's his face? John C. Reilly.
Oh my God.
John C. Reilly was pure drama. Like, pure Oscar bait shit. And then one day he meets Will Ferrell and goes, dude, comedies are way more fun, and then never turn back.
Yep.
You know, like, you just got to find that spot, and it might
He's
take a
got
while.
a face for comedy,
you know?
though, you know?
Dude, I think he does comedy so much better than, like, Walk Hard is still one of my all-time favorite movies on the planet. It's the
Yeah.
best fucking movie. Anyway, I got to get into more movie shit because this is a problem.
Okay.
That I'm interested in your take on. Can I crack into this real quick? Because
Please, I'm thirsty.
this is going to be a crackable topic.
Hmm.
You ready?
Ready.
Let's do this. Okay. I didn't get any Gmails. I got no correspondence in secret Discord about Kelsey's crackable follow-through in the audio last week. You guys are rude. That was ASMR heaven. I listened to that in editing countless times.
Just go back and hear it again.
This is so nice. It tickles right down the back of your head, man. Beautiful. I'm on the Liquid Death train again.
Of course
Liquid
you are.
Death, come take me. But
Cherry blossom lacroix for me.
Cherry Blossom, brah.
I must have cherry blossom. What the hell is that?
Cherry Blossom. That's kind of like a piece of merce. Or whatever.
Peach immerse.
Okay, this is an interesting topic that I know you're probably not too familiar with because it's a Marvel topic.
Okay.
But it begs a bigger question, and because you are so removed from it, I think you can come at it from not within, like, a Marvel standpoint.
Let's hit it with the Kelsey angle.
But it has grown into, and I mean, we'll be transparent, we're two white people.
Yeah.
This has
very true.
very much turned into a big black issue,
Okay.
and I would like your opinion from a movie side.
All right.
So, as we know, Chadwick Boseman, who
Mhm.
was Black Panther, passed away.
Yeah.
And so there's been a big debate on, like, what are we going to do in the movies, right?
Yeah.
So, the trailer came out for Wakanda Forever at Comic-Con. So, I brought
Okay.
up how I saw the Dragon Ball trailer and, you know, I wanted to see the new movie and all that stuff. Well, this has been its own topic on the side.
Okay.
Because I dropped it in for you, but I didn't know where we wanted it, but I think this is the spot. So basically, in the trailer, we see a memorial for T'Challa, who's the Black Panther.
Uh-huh.
So Chadwick Boseman has died in real life, thus his character has died in the movie.
Okay.
And that has caused a huge problem
In the universe itself or in, like,
in the real world.
cinema? Okay.
No, well, more the real world, I think. So basically, fans of Marvel are calling to boycott the movie, but then it has turned into a complete insult to Black America as well. And let's get into why and see what you think.
Okay.
At first, I found it okay. Like, they were, like, revering him. He's the only person that can be this guy, right?
Okay.
So
yeah.
I took it almost as like a nobody else can touch what he touched, right?
Yeah. It's like
So it's
retiring an athlete's number after they die.
Yeah, but I do totally see the ideas being brought up against it now.
Okay.
So one person had written in, let's say they said, you know, God forbid, Tom Holland dies. Is Spider-Man no longer in your thing? You totally recast a person in that role.
Well, I hate this phrase and situation, but let me play devil's advocate for that.
Okay.
We've had like 9 Spider-Man movies. We've had 1 Black Panther, right?
True again. Okay. But so a lot of people think that by killing off T'Challa, the character, in these movies, you're almost saying, like, you're kind of setting the precedent that, like, this hero that can mean so much for a whole group of people
Yeah.
that
a
have
group of
never
people that
seen
is
themselves in a movie.
woefully underrepresented. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone now.
That does suck.
So, like, I get it, because why wouldn't you just recast him and keep the character alive to continue to inspire the future kids and generations and all that stuff and mean the impact? But like I said, I see it almost from like well, let me get into why they're mad.
Okay.
A lot of people are seeing it as predatory on the fact that he died. People are going to want to
Oh.
see this movie because it's like, oh yeah, he died. What happens next? They almost are using his real life death to make the movie more appealing.
Well, I don't like that thought. I mean,
That is a thought, though, right?
would they have made this movie regardless of if he had passed away or not?
Well, it would have been a different movie because he would have been in it.
Yeah.
Because
So-
this is a replacement Black Panther coming to be.
Here's my question, and this is from a comic book standpoint. So,
Okay.
the whole thing behind Black Panther is that like for Spider-Man, it's like you got bit by a spider, now you're Spider-Man. For
Yeah.
Black Panther, it's like you had to fight to earn the title of Black Panther, right? Like that's his thing. He had to fight that other
It's-
guy to be the king.
You're kind of royalty, so like you're born into the family to be him, but then you earn your place by fighting for it, yeah.
Okay, and can he be dethroned as Black Panther by another person?
Yes, because he does. That does happen in the movie.
So would it have been ultra disrespectful to deep fake Chadwick Boseman getting dethroned by somebody?
Well,
I think I just saying that I hate that.
I mean,
So, like,
because he
deep fake
got
him.
dethroned.
Whoa.
he got dethroned in the first movie. Somebody beat him and took the title, and
Okay.
then he earned it back.
Okay,
So I mean,
and now
but like the Hulk got recast,
yeah, that's true, and they didn't have.
and we
that
never
wasn't
mentioned
like a-
it. You know,
Yeah,
because it was Edward Norton, and then we put Mark Ruffalo in there, and I mean, thank God he was a better one. But it never really gets discussed, and you know, I've discussed it with the Ninja Turtle show. They changed voice actors, and they make like a funny little, oh, your voice sounds different. Oh, well, that punch to the throat kind of hurt,
yeah,
and then they mention it in that way, and then they move on. You know,
yeah. They should have just quietly recast him. I think. I mean,
I was really into it for the prestige of he was the person and let it go. But
Yeah.
after reading the stuff, I'm like, why wouldn't you have wanted to keep the character alive? Because the character
Yeah.
is what means the stuff. It's not really the person.
right. So like, I mean, I
He
can see
means
from
something
both
to the real
sides.
world, not in the movies.
Definitely, for sure. I think that I don't know what the executives were going for in kind of having his death reflected in the movies. I think it's a little bit bizarre. I mean, has there been a situation before where an active actor has died while in the role of an ongoing film?
I mean,
Like Fast and Furious, I guess, right?
and then they deep faked him to like
Yeah.
add him in the end.
Yeah, they had his brother stand in for him and shit and brought him
And
out gracefully.
then yeah, so no, he's still alive in him, and they had his brother like from like the back of his head, so like he's
Uh-huh.
still like not gone. They just never show him.
Yeah.
But how do you not show the main character of the fucking movie in this? If
Yeah.
it's called Black Panther, how do you just never show Black Panther?
Yeah, I think it would have been. I don't know if he was my family member, I would hate to have him deep faked into a movie.
Now, so here's some of the stuff though. Derek Boseman, his brother, he had even told people Chadwick would have wanted it to be recast because he knew
Okay.
that T'Challa was bigger than just one man.
Yeah.
He represents. That's like, okay, again, God forbid, Gal Gadot passes away and can't be Wonder Woman. You're gonna tell me we just don't have Wonder Woman because
Yeah,
she can't play the part? Like, no, you want Wonder Woman to inspire all of those little girls.
yeah,
You want T'Challa to be that for all of those little kids, for all those people, and I fully get it now.
they definitely should have recast him. In
I think
thinking
so.
about it, I think they should have just recast him. 'Cause
There's a
that's-
whole hashtag on Twitter, hashtag recast T'Challa, and so his brother says here, you know, Chadwick understood the power that the character has for young kids seeing this black superhero. He believes Marvel is letting a character go. He believes Marvel letting the character go would mean kids wouldn't get that role model.
So in the new movie, they've just like Black Panther is dead and we're not doing him anymore. Now we have a different storyline.
So that's the thing. There is a new Black Panther, But we don't know who it is still. That's like the gimmick behind the trailer is like who's taking up the mantle, because it could be
Okay.
Lupita. Lupita might be the new Black Panther,
Okay.
because it was supposed to be his sister in the
Yeah.
movies, but then she threw a whole Trump COVID
Yeah.
vaccine fit and basically wrote herself out of Disney money for the rest of time, which kind of sucks.
And they recast her, right? Or they just write her out?
She's in the trailer, so I don't even know if she's not in the movie.
Oh my god.
This whole movie sounds wild, but see, I'm so into it because it's made by the original Black Panther director, Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to give my faith to him on that. I mean, he did something so big with the first movie. Come on. Like, what if it is Lupita, so you get a woman black superhero?
That would be cool as hell.
I mean, that's cool too. And I mean, we're also honoring Chadwick, but it's like I can see both sides of the issue, and I don't fully know where I stand on it, to be honest. I really don't.
Yeah. That is tough. I mean, it's such a unique situation. I think that they should have just found a way. Fuck, I hate this.
It's bad, right? So like,
Yeah, because you
here's
don't
the
want to
tweet
just like
that I was talking about. God forbid, but if Tom Holland died today, they would not kill off Peter Parker.
But they would do a new storyline, right? Like I'm thinking that if they were going to
don't
do
know.
something, they would just do like a reboot of the franchise and be like, now this guy's Black Panther, and it's just something different entirely.
But the Marvel movies are a continuing building of a story, so there's really no rebooting of a franchise.
Yeah, it would be like
You kind of can't do it. The story's going.
it would be like Luke Skywalker dying mid-episode.
Yeah, so then what? Is there just no Luke Skywalker now?
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, because in here, what if Robert Pattinson died? Do you think they would not keep casting people to play Bruce Wayne? Like,
Yeah.
so they were like, Chadwick was proud to bring T'Challa to life, but killing T'Challa does not honor Chadwick.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's a big sentence. It's a big, powerful sentence. And I think that was when I was like, now I'm against my honoring of him by not letting somebody else touch it, because you're right. like you're fully right on like the Peter Parker stuff,
Yeah.
the Batman stuff. Like I get it. And like I said, we already did that with Hulk within the same storytelling franchise, and we just let it keep going.
Yeah.
We didn't even mention it.
That's the precedent right there, I think.
I think it is too now. So, there's all these people like, how is this not exploiting his death,
Right.
Because there's like a mural of him in the trailer, like, basically proving that they're honoring him in this world,
Yeah.
like he has died. It's a whole thing, and I wasn't sure. I kind of want to maybe check out some TikToks about it and see if I can find something.
Okay.
But at first, I felt like good idea, and now I'm like, is it a good idea? Like, yeah, why not let the character live on?
If any of you listeners have a thought on this, we would love to hear it, either in the secret Discord or via email if you want us to read it on the show.
But see, going back to that one where they said, Robert Pattinson or Tom Holland and stuff, I think we
Yeah.
have to immediately touch on what you said, though. There have been countless other Batmans, countless
Yeah.
other Peter Parkers. There has only been one Black Panther so far.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe going forward we always recast, but we're trying to do right by this guy who was the first.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways you can spin it, and I don't know that there's one right way to look at it.
I think it's going to lean heavily on how his death is treated in universe. I think
Which
that
we don't know, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to clarify what the intent was, I believe.
Exactly. Which is why I'm like, if it's made by the guy who made the original, you gotta think he's treating it with that kind of respect.
I hope so.
Because from what I understand, they turn these movies over to the directors. Disney and Marvel don't really chime in. They go,
Okay.
You make your movie. I know you probably still haven't seen the new Doctor Strange, right?
I haven't.
There is no fucking way Marvel and Disney were like, do the shit that you did, Evil Dead director. He did that shit. He totally did that. And they were like, fuck, we have to release this now.
Shit, we gave him too much license.
Like, I'm going to cut this out, but I'm giving you a spoiler.
Oh, shit. Don't give me a spoiler. I do want to watch it.
Okay, I can't then. Okay. You have to watch it, though.
Okay, I will watch it.
There's a reason that I want you to see it. Because you're going to be like, did not see that shit coming. And you can go, that is some Evil Dead shit out the ass right there. So anyway.
Where is it watchable again?
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, of course.
Yeah, that's why. So anyway, I just wanted to bring this up. I thought it was going to be like a quick passing article, but then I was like, this is a deep issue.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought this. This is an interesting one. I'm curious to see how it develops.
I think it's, I don't think a lot of people are hearing about this. And just for all you listeners out there, I would hope we have a wide variety of people listening so we can have tons of different ways to look at it. I want to know, what do you think? Do we recast or let this one lie? You guys write us in, let us know.
Please write in.
But on top of that, I told you about my Dragon Ball escapades.
Yes. How's that going? Are you on schedule?
Boy, I'm a little ahead of schedule.
Oh, shit. You're knocking it out.
Which is why, my brain is completely fried.
Coated in Dragon Ball juice.
Oh, my God. But I wanted to bring this up to you because we couldn't fathom this. We were watching the ending. They fight one dude. One dude. It's a single battle.
Okay.
It's like 40 episodes.
That's too many.
Now, that was the abridged,
cut
down version of the show.
40 episodes?
Yeah. So I had turned to Taylor and was like, could you imagine watching this week by week?
It was one fight or
No, it's one fight. One battle with one man.
What the fuck?
And I joked about it and said, people watch this for a straight year, I think.
Yeah.
So I looked at the dates. This battle started airing in February of 1994.
Jesus.
And now with anime, there's not really seasons. It starts and it plays every week until it's done, right?
Okay.
So there was an episode every single week from the start of this fight. And that fight concluded January of 95.
That is
almost a full year later.
That is insane.
Because you were talking about Better Call Saul last show, right? And all that stuff, and watching it week by week and all that. I can't imagine having been a child and being like, a year later I'll find out what happens.
That's
tuning in every fucking week for the tiniest punch to get thrown.
And how long are each episode?
22 minutes.
22 minutes. So what is the runtime? The total runtime of all these episodes? I have to know.
So, of course, I'll cut out credits, that kind of stuff. So let's say, let's go at 19 minutes of actual play time.
Okay.
Airtime. Times 40 shows divided by 60. Fuck. It's 12 hours of TV.
That is so much.
Yeah, it's almost 13. It's on the border of 13. 13 hours of a single fight.
And the fight in universe, did it last that long? Was it a 13-hour fight?
Ooh, maybe 5 hours probably.
Oh my God. What takes so long? Is it just dramatic slow punching at the camera or what is it?
It's kind of a lot of while the fight's happening, let's bounce to what's happening with these people during it.
Okay, so it's not
this side of it.
Just fighting scenes. It's they're fighting.
Oh no, there's definitely more.
Volleyball is happening.
Yeah, but then it's also a lot of I really wish I could beat you, but you're a really tough opponent. And then they're like, and then they just taunt each other half the time too,
That's annoying. I would tap out in episode 3.
Don't get me wrong. That is the entire appeal of that is what Dragon Ball is.
Yeah, just watching all the fights.
But that drag on forever.
Forever.
So when I first got into Dragon Ball, the original show, right?
Yeah.
Season 2 is one tournament of fights. So granted, each episode was like a different fight,
Okay, that's fine.
but it was still like, it took me the entire day to watch this one tournament conclude, and I was riveted to see what would happen every fucking time for the next show.
Yeah.
But the idea of waiting a week kills me. Like this fight was a trek watching it in like 2 days.
I could not.
The idea that it would have taken like 340 days to see it all before
That is
intense to me.
stupid. So what is the unabridged version? Like 4 years?
No, okay. So the year long was the like uncut one.
Okay.
Yeah, so like when it
I was
like
like, what the fuck?
originally aired on TV, it took a year for people to see how this went down.
It is so stupid. Why would you
Like-
design a show like that?
That's anime, man.
They just didn't know where it was going, and they were like, let's just keep them fighting while we write the story for the next like 6 seasons.
But they don't have seasons. It's like this is the story.
God.
This is full blown the story. This is what we're doing.
I will never watch Dragon Ball, and you can't make me get that idea out of your head right now. I know you're thinking it, audience.
No. I would like to show you just like key scenes for fun. But
Sure.
I do not see this as like your speed of show.
No, absolutely not.
I honestly, I am always willing to humble myself, and I've said it tons of times while rewatching this show with Taylor now.
Uh-huh.
I thought people that like the show were so stupid. How can you like that dumb show? They scream and throw punches for years, right?
Yes.
And now here I am,
Fucking
I am-
several pops deep.
so in the fucking sauce, but I don't know if I would have liked it when it aired, when everybody that was into it was into it.
Not if you had to watch it week over week.
Like, I think I'm into it now. Like,
Yeah.
it's hitting me in a place now, because I definitely was not into anime at that age. I didn't like
Right.
it. And I probably would have seen some and been like, I just don't like this, and walked
Yeah.
away. Because I remember having watched some Dragon Ball when I was a kid, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. And walking away from it. And I'm trying to piece together this moment that I saw in my mind, and I think I was in this stage of the show, like end game show stuff. So of course I didn't know what was
Shit.
fucking going on.
Yeah, it's like too many moving puzzle pieces and characters.
Yeah, like this abridged show is 167 shows.
Wow.
It was originally like 290 something.
Ugh.
So I mean, this moves at a clip, man. Like you are speeding through stuff. And I can't imagine watching it the other way. I can't. I love it. But speaking of me being like in the fucking sauce, I have my hand in like 5 different eBays for some pops right now from the show.
Oh my god.
And I like agreed to just not get them.
Okay.
And I was like, whatever. I don't need it. Obsession passed, right?
Yeah.
And then today, out of fucking nowhere, those shops have messaged me and been like, it's discounted. like not like it just is overall. They're like, I've issued you this rate.
They want you to have it.
Like, will you pay $5 less than I wanted? And I'm
Oh my
like,
god.
kind of. I mean, yeah, I would. I think I sent them to you the other day, so you already know which ones they are, but
The glow in the dark guys, I love those.
yeah, I want the fucking glow in the dark dude. He's so neat. Like, yeah, the 2 that are in the general chat now, I have not pulled that trigger, and I decided against it, and now people are like, please though, buy from me. I'll make it cheaper. And I'm like, well, you're kind of selling me now.
Yeah.
You know?
Now you're talking.
So, yeah, I knew Full Metal was going to be your speed.
Yeah.
I would not recommend this show to you. I would
Thank
not.
you.
Like,
You
I
like
just
me
don't
too
think it's
much.
your thing. But I didn't think it was my thing, you know?
Yeah. True.
Anyway, the Dragon Ball sauce is real, but I can't imagine being 12 years old, waiting for Toonami at 2 in the morning to try to
My
see
God.
the end of this fight every week for a year.
Absolutely not.
I can't imagine. Dude, you guys that grew up on the Toonami train doing anime that way, props to you, man. I have not watched one anime that I had to, like, wait for.
No.
I've had it available, and I watched it.
I watched Inuyasha, but, like, not in a way where I needed to intake the plot. I was just like, funny dog man. I'll put this on to fall asleep.
Yeah. There you go. Full Metal's the only one I ever waited for, because I caught up and the last little bit hadn't aired yet.
Yeah.
And so I actually watched it in Japanese. That's the only time I've ever tried to do that. But most of the time, I'll fucking wait. Like, I've been waiting for Dragon Ball Super to end.
Yeah.
So I could wait for it to be dubbed and then get into it. And now's the time, so.
Perfect.
But yeah, I just want you to also intake the idea of waiting a week for a year. Because that blew my mind.
I hate that.
Let's take a break then.
We won't make you wait for this ad break.
No. But then, this one lady goes, oh, I just work on the laptop.
No. She just works on the laptop? No. No one does that.
She doesn't even have it plugged into, like, one other screen. She was like, I literally open the lid to my laptop and do my job.
No. Please, no.
And here I am complaining about the fact that my dock isn't powerful enough to put 1440p out to my two monitors.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Who works from one laptop? Psychopath.
She's been doing that for, I mean, the pandemic was 2 years ago.
Serial killer material.
She's been working from her laptop. Do you know how many screens I need?
Oh my God.
And not screens like monitors. I mean, do you know how many like programs and screens I have to have open to do my job?
So many.
I am comparing back and forth between 3 at minimum,
Yes.
5 at most, and half the time I'm like, I wish I had a third fucking monitor.
I know. Oh my God.
And you condense all of that onto a 13-inch screen without a... Do you even have a mouse, bro? Are you track packet?
No.
Are you track padding this whole thing? Are you using... Do you remember the laptops that had the little nub in the middle
The
that
nub,
you could
the
make it
fucking
move around?
nub. I hate that nub.
I kind of like the nub. It's kind of fun.
Oh my God, I hate it.
But like, did you work that way?
If y'all out there enjoyed the bit of the pre-ramble, you can get the full bonus episode by going on over to patreon.com/YMBTOAP and signing up to be a patron. The patrons are the best part of the show for us because they make us smile, they make us happy, they make us review things. They don't make us, we just do it for them. It's for fun. If you want to be part of that squad, head over, sign up right now. If you want to be the ultimate supporter, above and beyond, you can get yourself some Yemtope gear over at the Yemtope Apparel store. We got some cute shirts. We got an Every Monday shirt where a little dump truck brings the Yemtope straight to your heart. We got a Shrimp Council shirt. If you're in the top tier of our Patreon, the Zeitgeist, you get access to special merch that only you get to wear. Show people that you're so proud. That link to the shop lives in the show notes forever and always. And thank you so much to all of our supporters. You make us happy. Let's get you back on over to that regularly scheduled content. Oh, Robert, I have a problem.
What is the problem?
It's a video game-based problem.
Ooh, I did not expect that. Okay.
Okay, I have been following this game called Dinkum, Dinkum.
Yeah,
we
just talked about it in a Friday Roundup like 2 shows ago.
Yeah. So it's been in development for a little while, and it's another one of those games that's just done by one person, like one dedicated ass human being is like, I'm going to make my game, my dream game.
Okay.
I'm going to grab his name real quick so I can talk about him. Dinkum. Okay, so it is made by a man named James Bendon.
Okay.
And his game, it grabs all of my favorite elements from all of my favorite games. Okay. So the way it works, you're dropped off on, or you're not dropped off.
Dinkum Island.
Kind of. So you live in like South City, and it's this miserable, like gray, cloudy city. And then this old granny is like, I used to live on a tropical island and farmed, and I had my own perfect life. Kind of want to do that again. Do you want to follow with me?
Okay.
Exactly. So she takes you to her island, And you get to name the island, of course, and you land there and you just have like a tent on a tropical island. What does this remind you of? It's Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
But it's also Stardew Valley because you're like escaping your life in the city to live a free world and farm for yourself and be your own person on this island.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I was like, there's no background noise. Like, is that fan still on? I forgot that you could see me because I did look spooked. Like,
You did, like, is there a ghost? What's going on?
well, it's dark over there, so I was like, trying to let as much light into my eyes as I could to look at the fan.
God. Okay. So it's about just like escaping capitalism and getting to an island, and like you have an axe and a pickaxe and you mine rocks and you chop trees and there's
Well, that
alligators.
sounds like a dream.
That's so much fun. There's alligators that you can beat up. You can build a boat. You can fly around. Not fly. You can drive the boat around.
Okay.
But I just, when a game comes out like this, like part of me just like stops existing and I live only for the game. Like this
Okay.
happened to me with Terraria. It happened to me with Minecraft. It's got all the elements that I need that just like draws me in, and I
Okay.
can sit there and just click for 8 hours at a time and just
God.
be on this fucking island.
Yeah.
And we're gonna farm trees and we're gonna get carrots and cabbages and we're gonna just have a beautiful life and it's perfect and wonderful. And I have not spiraled like this. I'm trying to think of the last game that took me in this way. It might be Project Zomboid, but not even that
Okay.
because that was such a different way.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's got all these good elements of like crafting and survival, but it does it in a way that is pain-free where other games have failed.
Okay.
The one gripe I have with it so far is that when you donate fish and bugs to the museum, because yes, there is a fish and bug museum,
Okay.
you have to donate one item at a time. And I'm like, Animal Crossing did this and they fixed it, you guys. You
Yeah.
can fix it. But it is just the one dude, and I'm proud of him.
I mean, Stardew Valley was kind of the same way, right? Like, it came out pretty rough, but it, over time,
Yeah.
evolved into this, like, perfect game for people, you know?
Yeah, and that's also just the one dude that makes that game. It's just, I love it when a passion project like this comes to life, and to be a part of it, like, at launch has been so much fun. The wiki is so sparse at this moment because it's brand new, so it's really just kind of like finding things out on your own as you go. And there's not like a, how do I do this? Like,
Yeah.
you have to kind of get into the game and figure it out yourself.
I have a game like that for you. It's not the same style, so I don't know that you would like it,
Okay.
but it's that game Celeste.
You told me about Celeste, yeah.
Yeah, that was another one. So they went to like a video game jam session where people just like all sit around and like create a game idea. And this
Yeah.
guy like created this whole basic game idea at that session, and then it grew into what the game became. It's like it started with one guy, and I think there was more of a team to like polish it up to get it like console ready and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like another just like one guy doing all the stuff. And it was pretty cool, and then it worked out good, you know?
I love that shit.
Celeste is so good, though. I hate that, like, I brought it up for Taylor, because I was like, oh, this game's, like, made for you. And then she was like, I hate playing it, though. And I was like,
Oh.
I love playing it. So I wound up playing it, like, a billion times instead.
Yeah. I just love having a game that you can fall into so hard. And Richard and I are both the same. Like, the same type of game scratches our brain in the same way. So that's
Yeah.
why we're perfect for each other. It's like we can fall into this together. But after the first day that we played it, like I walked out of my room and he walked out of his room after we logged off.
Yeah.
We looked at each other and we were like, this one's going to be a problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, yep, this one's going to like suck us down into that hole.
Get you.
And it has. We both took off Friday solely to play this game.
Oh, my God.
That's what we're going to do to get it like
Okay.
out of the system. Just have like a 20-hour game day where we're just going
Just be like, I hate this fucking game now.
we're going to dink. And I will not hate the
Okay.
game. I love it too much. It makes my crank turn.
Oh, my God.
I
You know what
love
really
it.
cranks... You know what turns my crank?
What turns your crank?
Oh, no, that's just you.
Oh, yeah. It's dinkum.
You know what really turns my crank? Dankum.
I love it.
I'm trying to think of the last game that did that to me, and I mean, I do know what it is.
It's the Berserk game.
No, that game was just fun. I was just like getting into it for the story, so it was Elden Ring for sure.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. I almost forgot about Elden Ring for a
yeah,
second there.
that's like 6 months old. That's not even that old yet. Isn't
Yeah,
that wild?
that is wild. It came out in February.
Yeah.
Shit. But there's people out there that are still playing it daily. Like
Oh
Elden
yeah.
Ring is one of those games I think that, like Skyrim, won't die. Like
Yeah.
it'll live on forever in the hearts and minds of the people that get their brain scratched by it.
Yeah. I don't think I was like. I know when a game has me like sucked in, when it's like, oh, I'm thinking about playing that game.
Yeah.
Like I'm at work like, oh dude, I'm gonna play the fuck out that game later.
Yes.
You know, like
Yeah.
I don't have one of those
Oh.
at the moment. You know,
Yeah.
I
It's dinkum, man.
It's
I
dinkum.
wish I wish you could like be into this game with me. It's on Steam. It's $20. It's not bad at all.
like. Do you do this when you get sucked into a game? Like, do they create like a core memory of how sucked in you are? Like, I can remember certain games and the level that I was just like, I gotta get back in that game.
Yeah.
And
I
there's very few that ever had me that way.
Yeah, like Terraria. I remember the day that I fell into that game head first, like vividly in my
That's
mind.
so awesome. Like, one of my big ones was actually Metal Gear Solid 4.
Ah.
I had never played one. And I was like, well, I got a PlayStation 3. I'm going to play this game. And I had played into it like quite a ways, like several hours and stuff. And I remember I was in college and I was sitting there one day and I was like, oh fuck, I think I'm really into that game, because I like was thinking about how I was going to beat this one boss when I got home, and I was like, I've been thinking about that game all fucking day.
Yeah.
I think I really like this game.
It gets bad sometimes. Like you'll just
Sometimes
be sitting
it
there
does.
thinking and be like, I think I want to get a permit for like vehicles so I can start getting items, digging them
God.
up, get a
See?
motorcycle.
Exactly. Like
Like
you start planning out the game while you're just doing normal shit. Like, this is what I'm
Yeah.
going to do when I get to that game.
just like creating a mental to-do list. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It has me by the fucking
Yeah.
teeth, dude.
That was totally me for Elden Ring, because I was like, all right, so tonight we'll get this katana. Ooh, I was going to go look at that one cave. I got to go check out that cave. And yeah, that's my plan for tonight. Like, I would plan it.
Yes.
I haven't had a game like that in a while. But I did start a game. 'Cause
What'd
I
you
was
start?
like, I think it's time. So I started Ghost of Tsushima.
Hell yeah.
Everybody's fucking played this game by now. It's pretty old.
Yeah.
But it's another one of my problems where I'm like, oh, an upgraded version's going to come out? I will refuse to play the game until the better version's out. You know?
Right.
And now I've had it for so long and I haven't played it still. Because I know it's a long game. But I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? I'm just going to fucking get into it. And it's fun,
Okay.
but I'm not hooked.
Hmm.
I didn't know that the combat is going to get crazy wild later.
Okay.
I think I am going to get sucked into this game eventually.
Elden Ring style.
Elden Ring was more proving something to myself, I think. This game's just going to be for fun.
Okay.
No, Elden Ring was a problem, because it was like, I don't play these, and I'm only going to do this once,
Yeah.
so I might as well fucking do it.
Right.
And then I did it, you know?
Fucking did it.
But, like, this is a game that, like, I'm going to love no matter what. It's going to be great. You get a horse at the beginning? Like,
Look at my horse.
dude, no. It says, like, here's these 4 horses, and when you pick one, it's like, oh, that's, like, the dapple one. If you choose this horse, it will be with you the entire game.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm going to love this fucking horse, you know?
Yeah.
So I picked a really cool horse. He's
Good.
great. Last night, actually, Taylor came in, and I was turning the game off, and my guy was just, like, crouched at the edge of the stream, like, looking in the water, and the horse was getting a drink, and he just kind of, like, looks over at the horse. And so I, like, turned the camera, and I was like, me and my horse hanging out. Look at him. That's a good horse.
That's my boy.
That's my horse. I know that since the game is old, people listening to the show can't wait to, like, write in and spoil stuff for me. I already know what happens
Oh, okay.
with the horse.
With the horse?
So-
Does he die? Don't tell me. Let me live in this bliss. You and the horse in the stream.
Dude, we fucking live in that stream, man. It's great.
It's like primal.
You know, I should have done, because that game's real big on photo mode, I should have taken a fucking photo of me and my horse.
God damn it, Robert.
Damn it, I'm gonna get on tonight and see if we're still at the stream, and I'm gonna take a picture of me and my goddamn horse, man.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna share that with all you guys.
Fuck yeah.
Me and my horse. My horse is amazing. I'm not giving him a lick.
Okay. So we're fresh off of our stream of Stray, and that game has been just like living in my brain. I keep replaying all my favorite moments from it.
I have moved on.
You've moved on from Stray. How could you?
I haven't thought about it once since we beat it.
Oh, the kitty game. I just can't. He was so cute and beautiful and wonderful. The game, for some reason, reminded me of this other game that I played really hard. Like, I remember going very hard on this game when it first came out. I believe it was 2013. It's an older one. It's a PS3 game.
Okay.
It's called Tokyo Jungle. Let me look it up and see when it came out. So, it's a survival game. It came out in 2012. Okay. So, basically, you play as like a little animal, and you live in the ruins of Tokyo post-human apocalypse. So, like, all the people have died for whatever reason, and now it's just like animals are left, and you have to survive. And it's so cool. I just remember like really falling into this one, not as hard as I did Terraria or Dinkum, but like we played this one quite a bit for a very long time. It's got a lot of unlockables, so it makes you want to play over and over again. And you have to start as, there's two options I think to start. You get the chicken or you get the Pomeranian.
Okay, yeah, because every photo here's of a Pomeranian.
Yeah. So the Pomeranian is a predator because it's a carnivore, it's a dog.
Okay.
And the chick is an herbivore. There's two different ways to play the game. So you can play as an herbivore, hide from the predators, sneak around and eat plants and shit. Or you can play as the predator.
Why are games not inventive like this?
Right?
That's a good premise.
It's a fucking cool game, dude.
That's interesting sounding. Okay.
You want to know the best thing about it is that it is on PlayStation Plus Premium right now.
Okay.
And I think you should play this game. Just give it a spin. Like, the goal is to basically find a mate, survive, have a litter, and continue to survive. So whenever you find a mate and you have puppies or whatever, you now become the puppies and the siblings. So like if you and your mate get together and you are real good, then you can have like a certain amount of puppies. Like you'll have 3 or 5 or whatever, depending on how good you're doing in the game. And those are your lives. So you, the lead Pomeranian, you have this like trail of puppies following you. If you die, you become the next puppy in line.
Okay.
So it's just such a really interesting game. It's got great mechanics. There's different like quests and stuff that you have to do in order to progress the time that's going on. It's kind of platformy. It's just really fucking cool, and I can't recommend this game enough. It's weird. It's fun. It's unique. It really has something about it. It's special.
That makes a lot of sense. It's by a Japan studio, and they make a lot of games like that, like just like weird games with like
really?
They made Parappa the Rapper.
What?
And you know that's like such a weird one of a kind style game, right?
I had no idea that that was the same studio.
Let's see. There was another one that I just saw. So they did Ape Escape back in the day. I remember that one.
Okay.
I'm seeing if they did another one that I was thinking about.
It's wild. I'm reading an interview with the game director, and they said that the reception outside of Japan was mixed. So Europe loved it, but in America, they hated it. They got a lot of negative feedback, but I fucking love this game.
Because, you know, and this falls into something that I read a long time ago, and I've thought about it almost every day since.
Okay.
Don't judge me. It's because it's not action focused enough, probably.
It is a pretty actiony game, though.
I read this one time. The game, I think it was Kirby Triple Deluxe?
Uh-huh.
No. Yes, Kirby Triple Deluxe. There was a Kirby game that came out. And on every cover across the globe, it's just cute Kirby.
Uh-huh.
But on our cover alone, he has the angry eyebrows because he's more actiony and fierce and it's tougher looking.
Yeah.
And I think about that every day.
It's
I'm not
bizarre.
even joking. I think
Kirby's
all the time about
eyebrows.
Kirby and the angry brows just for the US.
Okay.
Because I'm like, why do we have to be this way? Why can't we have happy
Wild.
Kirby? You know?
Right.
Like, because it was like a news thing. Like, people were talking about it. Like, why did they have to do that for the North American release? And I was like, yeah, why did
Why
they?
did they?
I think this game sounds interesting. Like, I might go down. Well, I can't download it. So, because it's on the PlayStation Plus thing and it's a PlayStation 3 game, I have to stream it.
Oh.
So, I may not enjoy my time with it because it may run buggy.
Yeah. Well, if you
But I wanna
like
try
the
it.
concept, you might seek out purchasing it because honestly, I had such a good time with it, and it's local multiplayer. So there's that for you.
Okay. I'm intrigued by it big time.
Yeah.
Like, I want to check it out.
It's one of my favorite games of all time. Not even lying.
Okay. I'm into that.
All right, you ready to escape this wasteland of Tokyo?
Oh, I'm ready. All right, guys, please tell your friends about us. Help us grow this audience. Don't forget to subscribe to us on your favorite platform so you never miss an episode, because we release weekly every single Monday. That is the Yimtope guarantee. You heard about it on our shirts. We got the cute little truck. He is constantly driving Yimtope to your ears every week. Okay? If you like that, you want to make sure we're here for every Monday to come, and you want more people to know about the phenomenal Yimtope Monday phenomenon. So many syllables. Go on out to your platform of choice. Give us a 5-star rate and review. Talk about us with your friends. Spread the word. We'll see you guys next Monday.
While you're doing all that, you can find us and friend us on each and every single social media. We're at YMBTOAP on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you missed our Stray stream on Twitch, it is available for you on YouTube on demand. Go watch it. How many times do you think we cried? Because yes, there were tears. Spoiler alert. I busted up.
At least 2 for me.
Yeah. And of course, thank you so much to our patrons for supporting us. You guys were all there in the Stray stream. You were giving us love and hugs. Patreon's a great thing to do for creators that you love. If you want to help out a creator, Patreon is the way to support them and us. We love you for it. You can also email us at ymbtoap@gmail.com. We want that listener mail. Tell us what you think about the Black Panther recast. What is the last game that you fell into head first and could not climb out of?
Yes, I'm into what that is for people.
Yeah. So send us your listener mail. We want it so bad.
Yes. And our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Check him out on YouTube and all of his phenomenal awesomeness. And as always, thanks for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. How much dinkum is too much dinkum?
Not enough dinkum.
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
Are you looking for podcasts about a stranger disappointment?
You caught me mid-stretch. Hold on. Okay.
Hey, that's why editing exists.
Well, then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Oh! Do. Everything we do is so seamless.